I'd like to thank you all for tuning in. I really thank each and every one of you individually for being a part of this community. What we've been able to build since March 24th of 2021 is tremendous. It's just humbling, and it's just a beautiful thing to see come together here over the years. And I'm just so gracious and so honored to have all of you a part of this great community. We've been trying to foreshadow a movement up here. This morning when we were watching, we were live and we talked about the drop at the potential here, that these could be reversing up. And then when Trump came out a little earlier and started talking about the Genius Act and how the U.S. is ahead, it almost seems like a foreshadow of events to come. So personally, from a personal standpoint, I have quite a bit of different cryptos. I have a million DGB. I have my XRP and XRP healthcare that just sits in the healthcare app. I've got XDC, and then I've got Data, ZBCN, MXC, Alchemy Pay, Theta, and File, and also AMP. Every single one of these are 1x positions. There is no levered. They're all 1x. And I'm pretty comfortable where I'm at right now. I'm actually riding my positions, the ones that are building the golden cross right now in the back test, like Filecoin, Theta, ACH, AMP. Those ones have like a 5 to 7% window where I don't have to worry. I don't have to do anything. I don't even have to overthink. I can just let them ride until they fall out of that positioning. And then I would have to be forced to sell. But I think Bitcoin's the gatekeeper, and I think we're on the money. I think we're on the money. I thank everybody in the Telegram for coming together. And it's nice to be able to go through with the group and be able to explain things that we are struggling with, things that we might not be aware of, or things that might come easy to others, but we still might be having problems with. And it's nice to see in our Telegram that we can all do this on a level where we remain humble, we show a lot of humility to each other, and we, at the end of the day, try to help. So that's what it's about, and I'm encouraged to see the way that the community stands. So I'm very happy about that. Very, very happy. But with the here and now, I think we're on the right track. I think we got out ahead of this push again. I can't guarantee a push up, but I think we're going to have a nice swing up. I think we're going to have nice trades here. And I think our investments are going to pay off. Now, if they don't pay off, we'll retry again on the next levels. But we're right more times than not. And at the end of the day, that's all that really matters. I told my audience earlier, I'm not worried about Bitcoin. I'm watching Ethereum for the altcoin purposes. And I have special interest in the ones that are set up. And Theta's popped now 3.3%, so we'll see if this is the start. But I like the ones that have this golden cross back test for the volatile spike up. And this one fits it, and I think it's going to play out. I do. I think these are going to play out to some 15% or so. I think File is going to play out as well. I think it's in the same setup. And I'm playing these to fail, so if it costs me a couple $100 per position, so be it. ACH in the same setup on that back test, and I'm looking for that swing up. I just don't think it's an M-topping reversal. I think there's too little there. So yeah, I'm playing it as such. And if it costs me a little bit of money, I'm not so worried about losing, even if it's $400 or $500, because I can simply sell, reevaluate for the next target down, and end up picking up more tokens as a whole. So it's a win-win either way. So I'm not stressing about this. I actually set up a number below, and I'm just going to let it do its job. I haven't even looked at the charts in 2 hours in a sense of, oh my God, what's going to happen? I just letting it play. So, and then AMP is in that same fundamental setup, so that's why I'm going there as well. So I've got quite a lofty amount of positioning, but I'm very comfortable where I'm at right now. When I say comfortable, I mean comfortably settled in. Comfortably settled in. And nothing could change my mindset. I feel stronger today than I have in a long time. So let me welcome everybody in. XRP, we're starting to have that targeting of that $3.32. I'm honored to be back in XDC as well. I did it when it was down like 7.3% on the day, or 7.2%. I just felt like it was time. DGB, I picked up just about 1.1 million tokens. It was down about 2%. And it's just, I'm just sitting in this, guys. The market can do whatever the hell it wants. It can't scare me away. And for that, I'm just going to approach it like I'm going to approach it. And for everybody who tags along, I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. Good evening. 5:55 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Tuesday, July 15th, 2025. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So the top fans, I appreciate all of you. Dean, Florida attorney, thanks for being 1 and 2, tied for first. Devin, Areli, Moza here, and CB, thank you so much for being top fans as well with 50 XP. And then tied for the third place, in my eyes, all have 25 XP. You got Crypto Cooter, Bob Burtner, Trading with J-Ry, Razor, UK Phil, Amanda, Sir Smokes, Jason Whipple, Clayton, Jorge, Matt, Grimes, The Cannabis Podcast, Jay from X Bad Guy, Ryan Eisenhower, Michael Shields, George Athanovas, XRP, John, and Arichi. Thank you all so much for making that top fan list on this live so far. Let's see. Make sure I see all of these because there's a lot of comments already. Jason, welcome in and thanks for being in Tom's Arm for over 3 months with the XRP Meteor. Jay from X, Ryan, Areli, John Hall, thank you all so much for tuning in. Mosey here, thanks for being in Tom's Army for over 1 year with the I Told You So badge along with Syrian. And Syrian, thank you so much for being a very trusted mod. Let's move this over here. I got a little bit of a glare on here. Amanda O'Shea, welcome in and thanks for being in Tom's Army for over 6 months with the XP Predictor, along with Sir Smokes a Lot. And Jorge, who's a very trusted mod, says, hello people, hello Tom, let's get that like button to show Tom some support. And consider subscribing to Tom's channel for the best TA on YouTube. I appreciate that, Jorge. I really do. Florida attorney, welcome in. Yes, the crypto bill failed to pass today. It's just basically they didn't get enough votes. It's not a big deal. It's actually not a big deal. It got the wording that Trump wanted out there on Truth Media, so that's the important part of this whole variable. DJ XRP Empire, welcome in. Let's see, Alec, good evening, and thanks for being in Tom's Army for your second month with the Dusty's Autos Crypto News. Crypto Cooter, thank you so much for being in Tom's Army for over 3 months with the XP Meteor. Says, very hectic day, missed your live this morning and late last night, but I'm here now. That's all that matters. You're here in the present. I can't expect everybody to be in every content. I do so much content to make your head blow up. Clayton Hawley, welcome in. Jan, thank you so much for being in Tom's Army for 43 months with the XRP Diamond Hands badge. Hey everyone, hey Tom, how are we looking? Are we steady going up? I think so. I think we survived that nice drop. 10 to 15% across the board, you know, from the tops on most. Some of them stayed within that 3 to 5% consolidation range because they hadn't broke out yet. So I think we're looking better than not. I really do. I think Ethereum's the key here. And I feel good because I think Ethereum's heading towards that golden pocket, which is just below 3,200. Areli says, Tom, my first copy trade ever. I'm happy it's with you, newbie but learner. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And hopefully it works out in our favor. If not, you know, it's not going to sway us. We're going to come back stronger than ever. But we'll see what happens. Only time will tell. Devin, welcome in and thanks for being in Tom's Army for over 1 year or over 2 years with the XRP 589 Moon badge. I greatly appreciate that. Matt Grimes says, word up Deegans, indeed, and welcome in, Matt. And if you're in here, don't forget to give thanks to your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ on this fine, beautiful, awe-inspiring, and all-inclusive Tuesday. And remember, where more than one person speaks the name of our Lord, Jesus Christ, God, and our higher power becomes present in these very conversations and helps guide us. And I strongly believe that, and I can feel it. Rich Taylor, welcome in. Frankie Fresh and Anthony Latino, good evening, and thanks for being in Tom's Army for over 3 months with the XRP Meteor. Flo says, I sold at 245. I'm cooked. It's tough to sell at those areas. Look at other opportunity if you feel like you're cooked with XRP. That's my suggestion. Look at some of the other opportunity that hasn't moved like XRP. Wales, Josie Wales, welcome in and thanks. Along with Lung Snacks, thank you both for being in Tom's Army for over 1 year with the I Told You So badge. Joseph Euler, welcome in and good evening to you, sir. And thanks for being in Tom's Army for over 6 months with the XP Predictor. Lori, welcome in. Lori Watson in the house. Thank you so much for tuning in, love. I greatly appreciate seeing you here. Terry, welcome in. All right, Jess, what's going on, friend? Ronald, good afternoon. Crypto Plumber, good evening, and thanks for being in Tom's Army for over your second month with the Dusty Autos Crypto News. Yeah, no, my friend, I pulled the trigger too on ZBCN, and I bought. Don't feel bad because it was down. I seen when it was been down, so I felt compelled to buy it, especially in this consolidation. We'll talk about. Do you feel like you are? I bought 1.157 million ZBCN. I bought 202,000 data. I bought 1 million amp to put it in perspective. So I'm pretty deep. I want to see if this rotation happens. I feel like it was a nice fake out, and a lot of people went short again. So I think it gives us that upward momentum. It's almost too easy when you start looking at it. Now, you know, the key fact today was the ProShares Ultra XRP ETF has been approved by the SEC and will list on New York Stock Exchange ARCA. Started trading by week's end. It aims for a 2x daily performance of an XRP index. So that's interesting. Yeah, you can only buy Theta in the futures market. I did it at 1x. I don't know if you're a copy or crypto cooter, but that's for all of us that I did. John Bugathorpe, welcome in, and thanks for being in Tom's Army for over 1 year with the I Told You So bands. Yes, Bitcoin dominance finally dropped under 64, but it's right on the support structure of a breakout back test. So this is where we have to make sure that this falls below and we end up breaking down. If it does, you know, we're getting a diversion right now. Ethereum is diverting from Bitcoin today, and that's a great sign for alt season. Like, this is a great sign. I can't even express it enough. Scott Briggs, welcome in. ZBCN timeframes are all very different. They sure are. They sure are. But ZBCN, I think right now, it's another one. If you think these Golden Cross are going to play through pretty universally, you know, it's going to be in this fundamental setup, and you're just about to have this cross happen with the next move up. So, and it built down all the way to a nice support structure after having a parabolic spike. And if this one goes, it could be several hundred to almost 1,000% if it maximizes. Like, these are the kind that when they start going, it's pretty insane. Same with Data and MXC. If AMP ever gets going, it's along that same lines too. It always has very, very, very parabolic spikes when it goes. File and Theta are so long overdue. If we catch it at the right time, we're going to be talking about a very big movement. Very big movement. So it's worth the risk to me right now. Let me finish the comments. Texas Papa, welcome in, and thanks for being in Tom's Army for your first month with the emoji badge of me being abducted by aliens. That is my face superimposed on there. Let's see. Ronald, welcome in. Frankie Fresh, good evening, and thanks for being in Tom's Army for 3 months with the XP Meteor. Tim Bates says, thank God for failed crypto week. Failed crypto week? I'm not sure what you mean. It's been a spectacular week for us in crypto. Anything but failed. Even if it fails here, there'll be so much opportunity was gained. And portfolio positioning got even better. I don't look at it as a failure either way. Got a lot of things to study after this too, no matter which way it goes. Tom N, good evening. Justin Wilson, welcome in. Nothing much, my friend Justin. It's all good here. After I get done with this, I don't know if I'm going to be on for 40 minutes because I'm going to take my son outside, but I wanted to do a second live while he was getting his feeding so we could kind of all get on the same page. Oh, yep. Yeah, Crypto Cooter, it is not available on spot, unfortunately. Tim Bates, Tom, did you comment on failed crypto week with them trying to include sunset clause to offer a CBDC after? I didn't comment on the nitty gritty. No, I'm waiting for them to kind of figure out exactly the extent they're gonna do this. What's the next emoji and when? Curious. It's the 5-year emoji. And that's still got a good 6 months until someone reaches it. So about 6 months. About 6 months. Pump Master Flash, I missed it, but I'm waiting for bottoms to come back. Dead Cat Bounce Millionaire. Yep. No. Oh, for you, Frankie Fresh. So you're in the 3 month. The next one is at 6 months. And I know you're 3 months plus. 6 months is the XRP predictor. So the one that Ben B and it's all an illusion. That's your next one. And thank you both for being in town over 6+ months with the XRP predictor. Legendary, good evening. I be killing 3M. Do you think most altcoins will surpass the original? No. Absolutely not. Not in this cycle. Maybe in time. But I just don't see some of these doing 35 and 50x in this cycle. So, some of them, but like I said, XRP's so far ahead of its competition that there is a scenario where XRP kind of goes up 6 to 10% a day while some of these other ones can go up 30, 50, 70, 100% purely because of positioning and how much it's going to take to push XRP now. Same thing you see with Bitcoin. It might move 3, 4, 5% on any given day and it looks big for Bitcoin. But on the other tokens, they're moving 40, 50% when they actually move. That's what XRP is starting to fall into. We get 8 to 15% movements and everybody's waiting for 70%, but it's more likely to get a 15% or 10% out of XRP at these prices. You know, it makes it a lot more difficult. Some of them will pass the 21 cycle. Like, I don't have any doubt XLM should. And I believe XDC should make a run for it. And some of these other ones, but like DGB going from 0.008 all the way over 17, I don't know. Like ZIL and VeChain going close to like 30 cents. Who knows? It's not impossible, but we got a long ways to go. I'm just kind of trying to see us get to 8 o'clock here. Because right now, nothing big's going to happen. We're just kind of continuing the swirl here a little bit. I think it's waiting. A lot of this is waiting for the flip of the clock. Because you don't usually want to mix in too much green with the red day. You want to wait for your asset to get into the next candle. And then they can make it look a lot more bullish than it really is. Or you can make it look a lot more bearish when you get a clean candle. Mike says, Tom, I am coming late to the party here. I just got out of the shower and have to rewind the show to see the intro. Trying to see what is going on in the markets. Crypto's weak. Mike, the best I can say to you is we're trying to see if we are in fact reversing here in a bearish moment. But Ethereum seems to be speaking to us that maybe altcoins are about to start a strategic reversal here. Especially the ones that have been beaten down here a little bit. So, I think we still got about $100 here for Ethereum to go up before it gets into that golden pocket area. And if it gets above that, we are in good shape. We are in good shape. Nick also just got out of the shower. I see what's going on. Tom, do you think there's still a chance the market could still go down and XRP still going down to 139? I mean, there's never been any guarantee that it goes to that level. But I don't think it's a guarantee that this market doesn't come down again. I just think what could be happening here, especially with some of the momentum trying to be built, even if it's bearish, I think now we could either come up to 119 for Bitcoin or come up and kind of build a double top. And it would end up kind of being like a 3 peaks well, maybe not 3 peaks. But this came up around, now that it did this, I could see it coming up now. Even if it's bearish and building something like this. You know, or maybe just the down here and then you've got like the double top. Get rid of this. You know, and you've got something like that to retest here. I could see something like that. So we're going to watch to see because you can see a shoulder, head. Now if it comes up for a double top or shoulder, you know, that's what we're going to be looking for to get past this area. Oops. That's what we'll be looking for. So we're looking to get back above 119 and start carrying through 123. So that's what I'm watching. And even if we're bearish, we still should have to go back up to that rejection point. Improve bearishness. I think there was an overzealous selling pressure trying to throw some people off. There's still an awfully lot of shorts that got retaken out. So it would make a lot of sense for the market to fuck them over again. That's exactly what they did Friday. Overwhelming amount of people pulled out shorts. Market maker said, I don't know about that. We're going to go to 122 real quick, or 123. And they all got hammered. Hammered. And now a lot of people said, well, that's it. We're going to go short again. And now they're like, well, not so fast, my friends. We're not going to let all you get rich going short. And all those people going short actually allow liquidity for a further move up. So I'm not mad about it. It just takes patience. But I think patience is a virtue, and I think it should pay off in this case. Tom, I have exposure to ACH and Theta from the copy trade. I have my last bit in my portfolio. I'm allocating. I want to personally add to one of two. It's hard to pick what one to add. Impossible. They're both in the same spot. It's impossible. I mean, Theta's 3.2% out in front right now. But that same movement you're seeing should be maximized and matched by ACH. It's just behind. And then FIO is just a step behind, but it's close. But these should all be mimicked. Like I said, I think with patience here, not worrying so much about micro movements and not caring if we're up or down a mediocre amount, I think is going to serve us right. I think it's going to serve us right here. James Dula, welcome in. It's all an illusion. Thanks for being in town for 6+ months with the XP Predictor. Said, laugh a lot. I have my duns, but I am getting ready to cook some ground turkey. We're all aligning, I guess. Excellent. Excellent. We just had Taco Tuesday here. Julie cooked some, it's almost like a sandwich steak, and she cut it up real fine, almost like ground beef, and cooked it for the Taco Tuesday, which was really good. Her mom and the 2 girls are here. And before I came out, I did the dishes and stuff, straighten up, because I didn't want her to have to do it when she got done. Otherwise, I would have been on a tiny bit earlier, but we got here when we were supposed to get here. Shane, welcome in, and thanks for being in town for your first month with the emoji badge of me being abducted by aliens. Got back in ICP. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. If that was one on my to-do list, I would have got it. But I kind of went a different direction this time. No fault of ICP. Because it's in the same general setup as the other ones I've talked about. Let's see. But yeah, we're kind of at just a snail's pace here. I love where we're at right now. Seeing Ethereum up 2% right now is fantastic. It's diverting from Bitcoin. This is like when silver is starting to divert from gold, and you're starting to see the possibility of a big expansion in the precious metals and mining stock bull market. This is the same thing with Ethereum diverting from Bitcoin. This is spectacular. This could be the early signal of alt season. Finally, we could finally be in the early signaling of alt season. So I said earlier, I don't give a rat's ass what Bitcoin does right here. I care all about Ethereum right now. It's the gatekeeper. DAG Constellation is ripping. Could be an early rudder. Yeah, unfortunately, we can't buy where the hell is it at? We can't buy DAG. Otherwise, I would own it on BITUNIX, but it's just not available. It's one that I'm a very big fan of. But yeah. This is what we're looking for on our other ones. This is the same setup that the other ones we're watching are on. So this is what we're looking to transpire. FYI. That exact move is what I'm looking to transpire in some of these other ones. We would have had DAG too together, but we can't buy it on here, unfortunately. But yeah, I think the patience game here is what's gonna win this out. Mike says it's my wife's boyfriend is an XP holder, and I am here to see if I can get a good entry in the market. I see. Your wife's still with the boyfriend. You'll have to show her that you know a thing or two as well. DGB, my baby's starting to come alive. My baby. I'm the proud holder of 1.1 million tokens. Oh, DGB, you could be an early outlier as well. It's starting to push out of here. Look at that. This is what we're looking at with some of our other ones I talked about. I really feel like if we're patient here, we're going to be okay. I think some of these are going 15, 20%. I think they're going 15, 20%, some of these. I think Theta's on that track. I think FIO. I think ACH. I think AMP, VeChain, MXC, ZBCN, and Data. All these are set up like ZBCN, Data, MXC, and AMP. They can go really far. But you never know when those ones are going to get ready. But once they do, oh, Lord have mercy. It's going to be a fun fucking ride. Excuse my French. I just feel like we're going to do okay here. Can't explain it. I have a certain sense of calm. And I think we're in the right spot. I actually like where we're at right now. So, could it all blow up on our face? Anything could. No great opportunity was captured without a risky attempt to start. So let that sink in. You know, no great achievement was ever made without the starting action. So sometimes you just gotta unscramble the market and just say, I know there's a lot of red, but I don't buy it. I don't know what number I'm selling DGB at. I'm not thinking about selling at this point. To be honest, Calvin. I'm not thinking about selling. Up over 009. I'm looking for that first move to 0095, and hopefully because of the size of this and where it broke out, we can get up to, what is that? 0097 and complete this small little area. And then push out big time. But I think we're getting ready for a nice little movement. And I think crypto is going to surprise, hopefully. I could be wrong. But I just think, I think we're going to be pretty happy here in a few hours. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, I know, John. I agree, John. It's the same with me. When I read it as well, John, it's kind of funny, but I get it. It's all an illusion. Thank you so much for being in Tom's Army, like I said, for 6 months with the XP Predictor. He says, funny how greed works in both directions, Flo. It is so true. It is so true. Dan, thank you so much for being in Tom's Army. A new member in Tom's Army for your first month with the emoji badge of me being abducted by aliens. And that is my face superimposed on that emoji badge. I really appreciate that. You just made me the happiest person in the world today. Proving that it was worth me coming the second time here for the live. But I'm having a lot of fun doing the lives. That's why I haven't been doing updates in the morning. Instead of the update 10 to 20 minute video, I've been doing lives when I can. Which turns into 2 lives a day. And I'm all for it. I mean, I'm loving getting to know this audience at a deeper level. Let me tell you. So what do you think of show of hands? Yes. You think the market's going to shock us here? Or in a good way. And some of our favorites are going to go up 10 to 20% here. Or do you think the early outliers are bullshit? And do you think I'm kind of seeing the market wrong? Either way, it's fine by me. You know, so you can either say yes or no, or yes or bullshit, or whatever you want to say. I don't care. Lori says she thinks so. John Patak says, yes, Frankie Fresh, I think we haven't seen nothing yet. A super spike is coming. Antoine Illusion said, Tom's even got us all showering at the same time. Hey, we're one brain, folks. We're one brain. You know what? And I never have this. I have a thing of Jack Daniels in the fridge from before a party. I will take one shot with this community to try to set it up. I'll be right back. All right. I don't remember the last time I saluted this audience, but I want to salute this audience. Thank you all for being a part of this. Thank you all for allowing me to have a voice in this very, very stuffy space. Thank you for allowing me to keep the truth and do this in the way I desire and not have to sell out my community. For the loyal members of Tom's Army, for the ones who pay it forward with the YouTube super chats, share this, like this, have joined us on BITUNIX and the Telegram and so on and so forth, and on the website XRPFutureMillionaire.com. This is for you. Salute to you, my friends, and thank you. Thank you very much. So let's continue. Calvin, you are welcome, my friend. You are welcome. What about Ando? Is it a sleeper? Could be. I just got my focus in a certain direction tonight because I know I'm gonna have to cut this short in a little bit. Is he ready, Julie? Yeah. Because my son wants to go outside. So we're only gonna be about 10 more minutes. End this at about 40 minutes. Is that okay, Julie? I'm gonna end this at about 40 minutes. That's only 10 minutes. Well, because I want to go outside with them. Do you want me to? Yeah, you want to start it? There's balloons still up there, too. Up there? Up in the top. You want me to grab them? I know. I'll just give them the phone. Yeah, I can grab it after. I'm a logger. Jacob Ball, thanks for winning Tom's number for 3+ months with the XRP Meteor. Says I'm a logger. So blessed to have signal up when I'm currently working, able to get the heads up for lives and listening. Evenings are catch-up time and getting answers to questions. I'm a newbie. Oh, I love it. Hey, that's why we're here. We try to be respectful of everybody of every level, no matter what your size of your portfolio or wallet or your experience level with technical analysis or trading crypto. We try to be all-inclusive. Tony Carter, welcome in. Hashtag Mother's Second Choice M2C. And thank you for being in Tom's Army for well over 3 years with the XRP Diamond Hands badge. Excellent. Thank you so much, my friend. Poop Soup, welcome in. Said, what's up, Tom and Army? Hope you all doing good. I'm doing fantastic. Doing fantastic. And in about 7 minutes or so, we're not going to do a full hour. I said when I started we'd do about 40 minutes. And my son, he just got done with his feeding. And he's going to go outside, and I really want to spend some time with him outside. You only get him at this age once, and I'm going to embrace every moment of it. So far, I'm liking what I'm seeing on some of these early ones starting to move. Theta's up 3.4%, so it's starting to push this narrative a little bit. Little T's doing great. The rash cleared up. Now it just looks like a little, sun, a little bit of a suntan now. But it cleared up very quickly. And thank you, Frankie Fresh, for asking that. He's actually doing very well. He turned 6 on Friday, and he's just been outside like 3, 4, 5 hours a day. So it's been absolutely spectacular. I like to be a present dad, so I'm not willing to miss any of this stuff. So as much as I love doing technical analysis, as much as I love my audience and all of you, as I've said from day one, he comes first and the girls come first. XRP Pro Share goes live on my birthday. Not a bad gift for my 40th. I'll gladly take a $40 XRP. Oh, yeah. Now, if you're expecting just an automatic catapult, just don't have over expectations, but it's definitely going to bring some volatility. Level on gin bottle, just dropped Sludo. Nice. Salute. Salute to you. But I'm liking the way this, now we're finishing this daily candle. Can we break $3? I think so. Like I said, this technical target is $3.32, assuming we don't fall through. And Bitcoin right now today's done us a solace. It came down a couple times, held that level. Now what we need to do is get past this level that I drew out, somewhere around 119. Let's see. So we want to get past 119, bottom line. We want to get past 119 to avoid dropping down to 113.7. How about that? So that's where we're at right now. But necessarily, we don't necessarily need Bitcoin to help us with this next move. As long as Ethereum's diverting from Bitcoin, all coins are going to be just freaking fine. Like XDC was down 7.2% when I bought. Now it's picked up about 2.5%. Nothing major, but we are trying to round that very fortuitous, the very difficult bottom that this has been trying to round, and then back test for the further push out. It's nice to see DAG is up almost 11% and actually pushed out of there. It's very nice to see that. I have 0 leverage positions that are over 1x. Even in my own personal portfolio, they're all spot positioning. Because I feel like leverage right now is dangerous, and I feel like spot, as long as you're not trading in and out, you know, assuming that you can trade in and out on BITUNIX if you have a plan or a platform that doesn't have a lot of fees. But right now, I think it's the traders who are going to get hurt, and the ones who are acting as investors until the move's complete are going to do very well, is what it feels like here. Traders are meant to get burnt in this kind of a market. So we'll see. I'm going to stay transparent. I'm going to stay loyal to what I know. And, you know my plan. I'm XRP Future Man. I'm going to go out back with Julie and my son. I appreciate all of you and the understanding. I know there's 148 people, but I want to go see my son. I want to go see that laugh, that smile, and that vibrant positivity that he brings me every single day. Be blessed, everybody. XRP, remember, it needs to get back on top of $2.92 to get bullish. Bitcoin needs to be on top of 119K. Ethereum's golden pocket somewhere around $3,156. And I will update you guys all later. I'm going to go enjoy some dad time with my son, and we're going to make